so it's either referred to the eye or as God. Perhaps due to its use in the design of the Great Seal, the eye has made its way into other American seals and logos, notably the Seal of Colorado and DARPA's Information Awareness Office. Today, the eye providence is usually associated with Freemasonry. The eye first appeared as part of the standard iconography of the Freemasons in 1797, with the publication of Thomas Smith Webb's Freemason's Monitor. Here represents the all-seeing eye of God and is a reminder that a Mason's thoughts and deeds are always observed by God, who is referred to in Masonry as the great architect of the universe. Typically, the Masonic eye of providence has semicircular glory below the eye, and sometimes the eye is enclosed in a triangle. Don't put my God in a triangle. Don't enclose I think outside the box with my God. My God is greater than that. And you can't associate an eye with my God. I'm going to get deeper in that. Hold on. This is the eye of Horus. You've seen it. It's flipped and reversed around a certain way. It looks like Jay-Z's Rockefeller symbol. Eye of Horus, son of chief deity of the ancient Egyptians. A 1525 Jacopo portable painting using the eye of providence in a triangle as a symbol of the Christian Trinity. I'm going to get a little bit into that because my God said, thou shalt have no graven images. But I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. And alchemy would, well, I'm going to tell you straight up, that's Catholic right there. Because true Christians wouldn't have the picture of an eye to form the Trinity inside of a triangle. Alchemical woodcuts showing the all-seeing eye of God floating in the sky. We know alchemies, people that come together, they study science and philosophy and mysticism and all of that. And here's the all-seeing eye over here on the tower of Aiken Cathedral. We know cathedrals are basically Catholic churches. They have symbolism all over the place. Here we have an all-seeing eye that appears on the top of the Declaration of Human Rights, 1789 of the French Revolution. And we know if we did our history, we know what the French Revolution was all about, right? But if you come to great controversy, you know what the French Revolution was about. For those who don't know, the French Revolution is when they tried to stamp out, well, basically in France, they did away with Christianity. They straight up slaughtered Christians when they were asleep. They had a bell ringing sometime at midnight. And they went inside and they just started killing the Christians when all the Christians thought everything was safe. And what they did after they stamped out Christianity, they put a hooker up on a platform and said, worship her. You got us a reason. So they have an all-seeing eye over top of the Declaration of Human Rights. And you notice how they're set up in mockery as the tablets, like the Ten Commandment tablets. That's a little deep for y'all, I think. An all-seeing eye that appears in a triangle with the facade of an esoteric Christian tip. You can't put esoteric and Christian together. To me, it just doesn't add up because esoteric means it's in secret. It's only meant for the elite. Or the initiates, as they call it. I'm going to get into that. But see, this is what they're trying to associate our God with through this symbolism. But in all actuality, it's their God. And here they are flashing up the sign. There it is. Jay-Z calls it the diamond symbol. And then why is Tom Cruise throwing it up? And Denzel, they all doing the same thing. There's that demon again. See, this form right here, this position right here, that's a mockery of Jesus. Because we know that Jesus was stretched wide across the cross. So this is done in mockery. Everything that these artists do that's in the forefront of everyone is a form of mockery. And I'm going to get into why. This guy over here, he was a sick puppy. He was a straight up devil. This is Aleister Crowley. He just loved the fact of being called the wickedest man alive during his time. He was heavy into black magic. He was a pedophile. He was in all of that stuff that deals with Baal worship. He was into it. He had a lot of followers. A lot of people followed him. The Beatles, Michael Jackson, different ones in the music industry. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Then we have Mos Def. He's a rapper / actor. I want to show you this clip right here. This right here is the site of Ground Zero. This is how heavy, this is how deep this stuff gets. This is just how deep it gets. Watch this clip. Yep, right where the Twin Towers.
I saw that morning, being down here now, as different as it looks, I still have those visuals, those images in my mind, in my head. We're on, as a nation, officially now, the suicide bombers.
Look at the formation, what's the orange?
Those are the things we have to be careful of. We have to watch for that.
Do you expect a suicide bomb struck the North Tower of the World Trade Center 1 year ago? Hundreds of people have gathered here at Ground Zero to mark the anniversary and what is expected to be. I tell you that the anniversary ceremony will also include several moments of silence, marking the times that the hijacked jets placed roses on the site for a flower arrangement that will.
That was the eye. They had a formation at Ground Zero. A ritual. You might as well call it a ritual, Bob, because the way everything was set up, they had the bands or whoever it was march around. It's a memorial for those that died in 9/11. But look what it forms. Yeah, they were probably praying. They were praying to a God, not our God, but they were praying to a God. Everything that they do symbolizes. It symbolized something. It all goes back to that Satan worship. I'm going to get into it. Let me move right along. Here we got some more pictures. There's Kanye West. He's got the head of Baphomet on his shirt there. There's Chris Brown. This is Flo Rida. He's sitting there. That's a Masonic hand position right there. Jay-Z. I want to come to this now. This, I guess, is supposed to be the government name is supposed to be Beyonce, but right now she's probably in her possessed spirit name, Sasha Fierce. The front of this is supposed to be like the front of a motorcycle. Here you have Baphomet, and you see it comes up with the horns. It has the horns drawn in it. Up here there's a little one. She has her eyes painted and decorated to look sort of like the symbol of Iron Horus, and all of that is symbolism. I suppose that is done to lure or to seduce men and women, whoever. It's to seduce you into. It's to seduce them into. How can I say? Into wanting to be like them, or wanting to be them, or be with them, so to speak. You can draw it up. Here we have Birdman. He just has the star tattooed on the top of his head. I think his name is Birdman. I think that's who it was. Birdman. They call him Birdman. I don't get it. But he has a star, the inverted star on the top of his forehead, tattooed on the top of his forehead. That is we said that's the star of Baphomet right there. I'm going to come back to that. This is some new girl, Nicki Minaj or something. And this is Soulja Boy. He looks a little feminine there. This is Lupe Fiasco. You got Rihanna here, flashing the sign. But Tweety Bird? Tweety Bird? And Tweety Bird flashing it. And I got 50 Cent up here. He's flashing this down here. He's wearing a cross. That's another form of mockery. I'm going to get into that later. But now he's supposed to be a hardcore dude dressed like this. This is him dressed like this. He's in the music industry. It's kind of reminiscent to me, some of y'all older ones might know, of the Village People. He looked real sweet. He looked real sweet. But see, I'm going to get into that in just a minute of why they end up the way that they do in the industry. That's the movie and music industry. You got to hear this. We know what this is. I'm just going to play a quick part of what he says, then we're going to jump to the next bit.